When looking at Russia's power, the world once saw it as a ticket to defeat Ukraine. But after 2 years, Ukraine has not only held on to Kyiv, but has also grown stronger. An important factor contributing to this change is the support from more than 50 countries, especially Germany. Previously, Germany was hesitant, but now it has become a key ally, providing financial aid, military training, and advanced weapons. Now, Germany is implementing a bold new strategy, using NATO air defense systems to protect Ukrainian airspace and counter Russian drones. In this video, we will explore Germany's plan, the geopolitical moves behind it, and its potential impact. Let's see how Germany's innovative approach could change the course of the conflict. Defensive shield proposal. Given how Russian drones have devastated Ukrainian soldiers and civilian areas, this defensive shield might help turn the Russo-Ukrainian battle around. What would this defensive shield look like? A NATO-protected safe zone would stretch 692.1 meters of Ukrainian land. The alliance's integrated air defense system units in Poland and Romania would provide the protection. These two countries are involved for geographical reasons. They're west of Ukraine, where the safe zone will be. Ideally, the defense systems would be near the Ukrainian border. According to German Bundestag member Agnieszka Brugger, deputy chairperson of Alliance 90 and the Greens parliamentary party, air defense systems should be deployed in Ukraine's neighboring countries to protect Ukraine's west. Anton Hofreiter, a Bundestag member, Alliance 90, and Greens member, suggested Poland and Romania as bordering countries. His actual comments were that Polish and Romanian systems may secure Ukrainian airspace in the future. Since Germany hasn't received a green light to enter Ukraine, the long term is crucial. More later. Let's start with how crossing Ukrainian airspace was conceived. Inspiration from Israel's defense. On April 13, 2024, Iran launched over 300 missiles and drones at Israel. Israel's multi-layered air defense system, which included 170 drones, 110 ballistic missiles, and 30 cruise missiles, successfully intercepted much of the attack. Israel's advanced F-35 fighter jets, known for their speed, stealth, and combat capabilities, played a key role in intercepting rockets from Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. Despite their power, the F-35s couldn't stop all of the missiles, with Israel relying on its layered defense system to neutralize the remaining threats. Israel's defense includes Arrow 2 and Arrow 3 systems for medium to long-range missile interception, David's Sling for short to medium-range threats, and Iron Dome for short-range rockets and drones. Iron Dome, in particular, helped prevent many of Iran's 170 drones from hitting their targets. However, Israel also received assistance from the U.S., the U.K., Jordan, and France. The U.S. provided vital intelligence, while the U.K.'s Typhoon jets downed several Iranian drones, and Jordan used its radar and F-16 fighters to defend its airspace. France mostly patrolled Israel's airspace, assisting in intercepting threats. Despite Iranian attempts to cripple Israel's Negev airbase, the coordinated defense efforts ensured minimal damage. This successful defense encouraged German military scientists Nico Lang and Lieutenant General Heinrich Braus to propose an air defense system for Ukraine. They recommended that Germany and NATO help protect Ukrainian airspace, inspired by the collaboration seen in Israel's defense. This idea has been backed by German MPs, highlighting the importance of cooperative defense to safeguard vulnerable airspaces. German involvement and limitations. Ironically, the Greens, Free Democratic Party, and Christian Democratic Union all supported the idea of a coordinated air defense system for Ukraine. Christian Democratic Union member Roderick Kieswetter argued that this effort would relieve Ukraine's air defense, allowing it to secure its front lines. He cited Israel's April 2024 attack to emphasize that Israel's allies didn't automatically join the battle. Despite this unity in the Bundestag, the German government has yet to support Ukraine militarily, and for now, Germany cannot access Ukrainian airspace. The discussion in the Bundestag signals that Germany is reconsidering its role in the Russo-Ukrainian conflict and weighing its defense commitments. In the long term, Bundestag member Anton Hofreiter believes Germany's stance may change. However, several obstacles prevent Germany from decisively entering Ukrainian airspace, with the most significant being the fear that even indirect involvement could lead to war with Russia. Germany, wary of escalating tensions, particularly after its historical conflicts with Russia, is hesitant to provoke a confrontation. The US and UK share similar concerns, with both countries reluctant to engage in Ukrainian airspace defense, fearing it could trigger a wider European conflict. The challenges of defending Ukrainian airspace are immense. Unlike Israel, which is protected by advanced systems like the Iron Dome and F-35s, Ukraine lacks such cutting-edge technologies. Despite receiving some F-16s, Ukraine faces continuous attacks from Russia, particularly through drone strikes. Russia's growing drone fleet, especially the Iranian-made Shahed 136, is a significant threat. With over 4,500 drones already launched and plans to produce more, Ukraine's air defense is increasingly strained. Although Ukraine is adapting its defense strategies, the scale of the threat makes it unlikely that the country can sustain its defense alone for much longer. Current German support. While Germany's involvement in Ukraine is feasible, it remains a distant prospect. Russia accused Germany of entering the war after a leaked conversation in March 2024 between top German officials discussed supplying Taurus missiles to Ukraine. These missiles could threaten key Russian infrastructure, such as the Crimean Bridge. The leak, intercepted by Russia, led to a diplomatic outcry and raised concerns that Germany was preparing to join the conflict. The Taurus missile, a highly advanced weapon co-developed by Germany and Sweden, is capable of evading radar and striking deep within enemy territory, making it a significant threat to Russia. Despite this, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has consistently opposed sending such missiles, fearing a direct escalation with Russia. This fear prevents Germany from engaging directly in the war, either by entering Ukrainian airspace or deploying game-changing weapons like the Taurus missiles. While NATO allies have ruled out sending ground troops, Germany's stance remains cautious. French President Macron's comments about potential future troop involvement sparked controversy, but Scholz firmly rejected any notion of NATO troops in Ukraine, reaffirming Germany's limited involvement. Although Germany cannot directly intervene militarily, it remains Ukraine's largest European donor. In 2022, Germany provided nearly $17 billion in military aid, with additional funds allocated in 2023 and 2024. This aid supports various defense projects, including training over 1,000 Ukrainian soldiers and providing advanced weaponry. Of particular importance is Germany's contribution to Ukraine's air defense. The country has supplied systems like the IRIS-T and Patriot air defense systems, which have proven highly effective in intercepting Russian threats, especially drones. Despite these contributions, Germany's support remains limited in comparison to the scale of Ukraine's needs, especially in air defense systems where more resources are required. German support measures. President Volodymyr Zelensky says Ukraine needs 25 to protect its territory. Germany will only send one more system, but it will ship 100 Patriot air defense missiles in June 2024. Number 2, the use of German weapons against Russian targets may be the closest Germany gets to directly entering the Russo-Ukrainian conflict. Germany allowed Ukraine to hit Russian targets with its armaments in May 2024. After the U.S. made a significant policy move, this authorization followed. Russia has relentlessly invaded Kharkiv, 19,312 meters from Russia, in May. Ukraine was allowed to deploy these weapons to protect it. After removing two of the most blatant military engagement measures, let's briefly enumerate other ways Germany has aided Ukraine since 2022. Number 3. Sanctioned Russia in unprecedented amounts to financially dismantle its war machine. Number 4. Germany has sent substantial humanitarian supplies to Ukraine, ensuring that medical treatment, food, and clean water reach the population fast. Number 5. Germany has given Ukraine direct financial aid to stabilize its banking systems during the crisis. Number 6. German leaders have urged partners to deploy more aid to Ukraine, focusing on air defense. Germany's requests have failed to secure vital air defense systems, but numerous countries have made modest guarantees in response. The German Ministry of Defense reports that the following nations have pledged to boost aid in response to Germany's efforts: Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Lithuania, Norway, the Netherlands, Romania, Spain, the UK, the US. Number 7. Germany plans national and international short- and long-term support to restore Ukraine. Number 8. Germany has sponsored and protected Ukrainian refugees financially and socially. Number 9. Germany has financially and directly assisted the International Criminal Court in documenting Russia's war crimes in Ukraine. A solitary question remains after this lengthy list. Strategic engine. Germany's huge desire to help Ukraine, from where? Some scholars attribute this backing to Germany's dedication to international law and human rights, and its sympathy for the Ukrainian people. However, pragmatic commentators attribute Germany's extensive backing for Ukraine to strategic, economic, and political factors. The biggest concern is that if Ukraine falls, Europe will too. German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said it's about one thing: supporting Ukraine prevents war. Some say Germany's foreign policy and dedication to peace and stability are fueled by its World War II shame. Is Germany's support for Ukraine driven by genuine intent, or are there deeper motivations behind the agreements? There's no doubt that Germany and its allies have made significant contributions to Ukraine's defense. However, the question of direct military involvement remains a hotly debated issue. Inspired by Israel's multi-layered defense system during the April 2024 attack, Germany faces both logistical and political hurdles in safeguarding Ukraine's airspace. Protecting Ukraine is no simple task. Stay tuned for our next video to find out whether Germany will opt for a direct or indirect role in the Ukraine conflict.